Terry Jones says he's not doing this as a publicity stunt. He says he feels a real religious calling and he refuses to back down.
Sooner or later, we're going to have to say no to radical Islam.
Terry Jones believes radical Islam could take over America, and the best way to fight back is by sending a radical message, burning a stack of Qurans on the anniversary of 9/11.
We see an element of Islam that is very radical, and we could not get their attention but by just sending some type of message. We thought this is a radical message that will get their attention.
Jones knows the actions of his small church are being felt around the world, and he's heard the warnings from General Petraeus that his actions could put American soldiers' lives at risk.
We understand what the general is saying, and I am sure that it has some truth to it.
But he refuses to take responsibility for any backlash.
We feel what we are doing is we are actually revealing the nature of Islam.
In Washington, religious leaders of all faiths called for an end of what they called religious bigotry and publicly pressured Jones to back off.
As an evangelical, I say to those who do this, I say, you bring dishonor to the name of Jesus Christ.
Jones admits he's not in the mainstream, but his protests reflect a growing anti-Islamic sentiment in the U.S.
I've heard many Muslim Americans say that they have never felt this anxious or this insecure in America since directly after September 11th.
This small-town preacher says Muslims do have the right to build mosques and practice their religion in this country. And even if they are offended by his protest, he hopes they join him in what he says is the larger message, a condemnation of radical Islam.
The fact that we offend them is the lesser of two evils.
Jones is no stranger to controversy. He left a church in Germany amid allegations he misspent church money, a charge he denies. And despite death threats and public pressure, Jones says he will not back down, not yet.
The only thing that could cause us to change our mind is if we felt really a deep conviction. We felt like God really wanted us not to do it.
Well, apparently not all of his congregation members agree. Jones says he's lost about 30 members of his church since this all began. Katie?
And Kelly, what else can you tell us about Terry Jones?
Well, he runs this very small evangelical church. He and his wife sell furniture on eBay out of the church. There were some questions about the propriety of that according to tax code, but as far as we can tell, he has never been charged with anything. Katie?
All right, Kelly Cobiella in Gainesville, Florida tonight. Kelly, thanks very much.